It's bigger than me, bigger than me, bigger than me.
Hey fam, what's up? Robert Anton, RobertAnton.com. I'm just watching the clips from American Idol while Who went home, and Elena Whitaker went home. You know, I haven't really been watching the show. I've been watching the clips put up by Idol Fanatic and American Idol. I can't remember his number. Let me see if I can find it. Well, I can't remember it right now. But thank you guys so much for putting up the full clips so that people can watch who really don't watch television and really don't have time sometimes to see the full show. Elena Whitaker went home and she was just devastated. It was really touching. So many people were crying, like not only like in the audience, but like of course Paula, and David. I can't remember his last name right now, but the only thing I think of is David Archuleta. But anyway, one of the other kids was crying, and it's like, wow. I mean, it gets so emotional, and I guess it's good theater. It's good television. But what I really wanted to talk about was, you know, she said, well, but I can sing or something like that. And I was like, baby girl, so many people can sing. You know, somebody has to go home. They all said it. And what Paula kind of said to them was try to say to her was, you know, this is just the beginning. And it's true. This is just the beginning. This is the beginning of your work. You know, if you really want to make it as a performer, this is the beginning of your work. But there's several great things. To be in the top 24, oh my God, now at least 30 million people know your name. You know, and more than that, you know, all over the world. You got people who know your name all over the world. The first thing I would do, naturally, is get in the studio. Find some people to write or write some stuff and get in the studio and put it up. Now with the digital age, you don't even have to have a record contract to sell music. And you've got millions of people that are just waiting to buy whatever you put out. I don't understand all of these people who have been on the show over the years who don't have anything released. Nothing. I just don't understand it. A song or two, even up on iTunes, you know, might sell 2-3 million copies. And if you've done it yourself, you financed it or you paid for it, you know, then all that money is yours. You know, I do know many of the people who have gotten to the top 12. You know, I know a few of them, and we keep in touch. And I know that they're touring and they're doing special performances and, you know, all kinds of things. And that's all great. You know, they're doing what they love for a living. That's a great thing. But, you know, like now, I want to talk about this year. There's so many people that are great in the top 24. Now, the top 12 have their work cut out for them all the way to the end, basically, because they are part of the show all the way through, and then they'll be rehearsing for the show, the tour that they have to go on together and all of that. But those people who don't make it into the top 12, as soon as you're done, you should do your appearances, whatever you can get. Then, and while you're doing that, you should be finding writers, producers, anybody who's willing to put some money into your projects, and you should start pumping stuff out. You should be working on having a few singles, an EP, a CD, whatever you can get out while your name is still current. The thing is about jumping on it while it's current, because, you know, a few years later, people might not remember you. But if you put something out right away, it will sell. And if it sells well, then you have something to start building on. You know, the exposure is just part of it. Then comes the work. You have to work in this business. You know, I was thinking of several things. You know, there are so many overnight celebrities that I can think of. You know, Jim Carrey is an overnight celebrity. Of course, he did this all of his life. He was a comedian, and he came up through the ranks in so many different things. But, you know, the Black Eyed Peas, you know, they went through several changes. They were on a record label for years before they finally got the lineup together that brought them really into the spotlight. Even in the book arena, I was reading about Chicken Soup for the Soul. You know, it did not hit the New York Times bestseller list when it first came out. It was 14 months before it hit the bestseller list. 14 months, people, of the author believing in it, working it, publicizing it, giving away, doing talks, just putting it everywhere that he could put it before it finally hit the bestseller list. And now it's a whole huge conglomerate. You know, now it's all over the world. But it took someone, the author, to continue to believe in it and to work it, to keep working it. I personally have on my own CD, and now it's been out for nearly a year. I think it'll be a year in April, into April, beginning of May. And the way I think of it is, listen, I have to continue to send it out to record stations. You know, I have to continue to get DJs to play it on the radio show. I have to keep calling back if they've already played it and say, can you play it, can you play it, can you play it? I have to get people to call and play it. Because as an independent artist, I don't have millions of dollars to put up front to publicize my music. But what I can do is I can continue to push it. I can continue to tell people about it. I can continue to keep it in the public eye. And maybe one day someone will hear it and say, wow, where has this been? You know, but if you never put it in the right place, or you never have the product in the first place, then what can people do? It's all on you as the artist. And this is going out to those American Idol people and any people who get just even the littlest bit of celebrity. You have to continue to work. You have to push. You have to believe. You have to get people behind you and continue to grow as an artist, but also to keep your name out there. Oh. There's so many gifted people, and the people that I see around me who are succeeding are not the most talented people. They are the people who are working the hardest, the people who are shaking the most hands and kissing the most babies, you know, the people who are talking the good game and getting into right position and then producing. That's what's important about being in the business. You have to produce. So I wish Elena and everybody else who left the show all the best, and I hope to see something from you guys soon, 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 soon. As soon as American Idol is done, you should have out a release, if it's nothing but a single. Take care. This is Robert Anton, RobertAnton.com. Check out my other videos so you want to be a singer. Ciao.